Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here. I thought I'd take a moment and share with another group that I haven't talked to directly that much. They are the couples that are together and got no business being together. They are the ones, for one reason or another, trying to hang it out, but they are catching nothing but, as the song goes, pure, pure hell. Now that's reality, ladies and gentlemen. You understand, maybe a few years ago, nearly half of the population that got married ended up in divorce. People were saying they wanted to be together, saying that they loved each other, and saying that two things for sure would not separate them. One is sickness, and the other is being broke. These two would not cause them to separate. And they are the two main reasons for people separating. Well, they're not the main reason. The main reason is that they didn't love each other. You heard the expression, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. That was not just a statement. That was a fact. What God has put together, no man can put asunder. I mean, it comes together and it's stuck like glue from the beginning to the end. My concern, ladies and gentlemen, is that God have a concern for those of you who have found yourselves in these backward positions. You found yourselves in positions that allow you to perhaps have good intentions when the outcome of it is really devastating. So we have to address those kind of concerns. We have to make sure that when people are together, they are together because they have been put together by God. In other words, there's nothing that can keep them apart. And at the same time, we don't want anybody being together for convenience. We don't want any man with a woman taking care of him. We don't want any woman with a man taking care of her. No, my friends, the way the master has it set up is that the things that we do takes care of every last one of us. So if you're a single man, you don't need a woman to take care of you. You're going just fine, living like a millionaire or a billionaire. If you're a single woman, you don't need a man to take care of you. You're doing just fine, living like a millionaire or a billionaire. And you don't need a man for sex. You've learned that your greatest sexual pleasure can come by you. And yet, there are those that are put together by God and nothing can keep them apart. And that's love, the pure, genuine love. So I guess I just wanted to say to those of you who are stuck together, those of you who have separated and maybe your conscience is bothering you, or maybe you're figuring that maybe you made a bad choice. But God wants you to know, love wants you to know that let it not be again because you're dependent upon such a one to provide for you. No, no, my friends, not at all. Every individual is independently. And what I mean by that, engaged in the creative process. Everything is open to aid such an individual, all individuals, to be the best that they can be. Because education, my friends, is free. God does not put... Let me just interrupt that conversation. You know where I'm going with that. But today on a lot of churches, streamings and otherwise, people were talking about tithes and offerings, getting their money. You know, people in the church have accepted a condition that they have heard that seems to have been normalized, that money is ordained by God. They say that when they talk about that 10%. They talk about that when they talk about that 90%. They talk about that when God blesses you and this, that, and other. Well, that's the same way they said God was a man. Make him look just like a man. They have never seen him. But you see, you got me saying him is part of us, of our being. But really, for me, God is a spirit. So what am I saying? I'm saying back to the statement of fact. What I just shared with you is new to some. It's not a condition that is being practiced here in America. No, it's all business. But I've been talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, about changing things. Changing things so that it works best as possible for all people, as an expression of love from that one God that is loving to all people and has made a way that all people can participate in a process that produces all things for all people. And all things for all people belong to all people, ordained by the giver of the resources used, the spirit we cannot see, which we call God. And that makes it ours. And what God has put together, let no man put asunder. And what that basically means is no man can. And so when you see people talking about God, they might be genuine in their concerns. But the truth of the matter is, every time anyone is walking towards God, there's always a lot of light that they need. But they're not fighting it. They're walking according to the light that they have. And when coming into brighter light, they do not run, they do not challenge it. They walk into the light. And walking into the light, what that basically means is that your understanding of the greatness of love is limited. Everybody's is. And when you are with God, you're still limited. But there are those whose abilities is way more advanced than yours. And you will see it. And when you see it, you'll be saying, thank God. You're not upset and mad because it's freeing you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it there. It seems like I might be getting off the subject a little bit. So I'm going to just say thank you so very much for indulging. Till next time, Eddie Marcus. Goodbye.